guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I have filmed this look for you today as requested over the weekend. I was at a wedding and I posted this look on Snapchat and you guys wanted to see how I created this, so I thought, why don't I show you? So I'm going to jump right into the tutorial today and we'll start off with the eyebrows first. So today for the eyebrows, I'm using the Maybelline Brow Satin in dark brown and I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in like I normally do. You've seen me do this in my previous videos, but I thought I'll also add this bit in for you today. So using the pen side, I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in. So now I'm just going to use a spoolie and I'm going to go ahead and brush out my eyebrows just to set the hair in place and make sure that the color is equal and there is no fine lines. So we'll start off with the base shade. I've done the other eye, so I'm using Babyface by Makeup Geek. I'm applying that all over my lid. And then I'm going to start out with the transition color. I'm using Frappe by Makeup Geek. I'm applying that onto my crease area and to the outer corner, creating a C shape. So I'm going to go ahead now and build up the transition color. I'm using Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear and I'm just basically going a little bit darker, defining the crease a bit more. And again, I'm sticking to that C shape. So I'm just highlighting the brow area again. And then I'm just going to go ahead and build up Cocoa Bear. Make sure it's all nice and dark and blend it out equally. So for the lid color, we're going to use 1987. This is the Gwen Steffani palette by Urban Decay. This is a super nice gold. I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto my lid just up to the halfway point. And then for the outer corners, we're going to use Blackout from the same palette. So what I'm doing is applying the color onto the outer corners and then again making a C shape in reverse, as you can see me do. And this is a small pencil brush that I'm using. So at the moment I'm just gonna leave it like this and then I'm gonna go ahead and darken up the black a bit more after I've done my wing liner. So moving on, make sure everything is blended. I'm going to go ahead and start out my wing liner. I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner number 77. I've gone back to using the Inglot Gel Liner. Obviously we were going to a wedding and Inglot Gel Liner lasts all day long, does not move. So this makeup look is very long wearing. It was very hot that day. I was dancing and everything and my makeup did not budge. So I'm just going to go ahead and using the Inglot brush, angle brush, I'm applying that, creating a wing and then just lining the inner corners as well. Now I'm highlighting my inner corners using Makeup Geek's Whimsical, and then now I'm using a little detailer brush going back in with the shade Blackout. So I'm creating a C shape as you can see, and then I'm just darkening out the outer corners and blending it out at the same time. So I like to use a small detailer brush for this just to make sure that it's all nice and dark and it's clean. So we're going to go back in with the blending brush and just go ahead and brush out, smoke out that black a bit more. So now just to darken up my eyeliner a bit more and thicken it up, I'm going to use the AOM Cosmetics Extreme Art Liner pen. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and apply some pressed glitter. This is Shimmering Sand by the Instagram company Glittering Eyes. You've seen me use this in my previous tutorials. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that mainly where the gold is and not applying it anywhere near my crease or outer corners. Now moving on to primers, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. Because I'll be using a different foundation today, I've used completely different primers and everything in this video. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that primer all over my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the orange concealer by LA Girl and hide any sort of areas where I have dark pigmentation going on. And then I'm using a oval brush from eBay to blend that out. I actually really like these brushes, not so much for the foundation application, but for doing things like this I really like these brushes. So now for foundation, I am using the MAC Studio Fixed Fluid. I'm in the shade NC44. I was using NC42 before, but I have gone a lot darker, so I have changed my foundation shade. And I'm using the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge to go ahead and blend out the foundation all over my face. And you can see the foundation is such a good match. This is an old favorite. I used to use this back in the days whenever I first started YouTube, so I thought I'll go back to this. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that the foundation is blended out all over, and again, very long wearing foundation. So for concealer, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin. You guys are going to be surprised. I'm not using the skin enhancer today. It's just the skin enhancer is very thick in texture, and I wanted something very light wearing. So this concealer is absolutely perfect for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and highlight any sort of other areas where I got dark pigmentation. So I'm just doing basically reverse contouring and bringing the light to the center of my face. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out using the same Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, and the sponge is damp, you guys. I have washed the sponge beforehand, so it's still fairly damp. I'm going to go ahead and blend out that concealer all over. So once that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and highlight even further. So now I'm using MAC Prep and Prime in the shade Light Boost, and what this is going to do is just brighten up all these areas. As you can see, my nose is now looking very slim, and I haven't even done the contouring yet. The yellow is helping just brightening up all the features and bringing light to the center of the face, which is what we're going for. The contour is very harsh in this look, which is going to make me look very slim and structured. Hence the reason we need to make sure the highlight matches that. So for contour, I'm using the Colourpop Sculpt Stix. Again, I love this. I love using this. It's so easy to use. Just place your lines where on your usual spots, and then you can blend it out, and it blends nice and seamlessly into the skin. So I'm using the Real Techniques sculpting brush to go ahead and blend that out. And you need to we just need to make sure that the contour is going upwards, and this it stays very angled, if you understand what I mean, so it doesn't come down onto your jawline. And I'm going to go ahead and blend out all the areas. Now to blend out my nose contour, again I'm using the eBay oval brushes. I love using these for blending out my nose contour, so I'm just going to go ahead and lightly blend them out, make sure it's staying where it should be, using my fingers and then also the sponge to set it all into place so it doesn't look like harsh line across my nose. So what you want to do is set your under eyes first and then apply the powder, not just go straight in with the powder, because sometimes the concealer can crease under the eyes. So that's what I've done here. I set it first, again after the application, and then I'm going to go ahead and bake all the areas that are not set. So now I'm using the Real Techniques bold metal brush, and I'm keeping it at an angle. So I've got a triangle shape going upwards, and you can see how much structure this is bringing to my jawline. It's looking very sharp chiseled contour, which is what I was going for. Today's look is going to be a very bronzy Greek goddess makeup look, as I like to call it. And because it's summertime, I just like to make sure I'm extra bronzed up. So I'm going to go ahead and apply MAC Give Me Sun on all the areas to set my contour, and then just using the eBay brushes, I'm going to go ahead and just set the sides of my nose as well. Now I'm brushing off all the excess powder because we are done with the baking, and this method just ensures your makeup stays in place, does not melt off, because if you use only liquid products and leave it at that, it will melt. So now we're going in with the highlights, and we'll just finish off the face. It's Champaign Pop by Becca, of course. I love this highlight, and I've gone a bit crazy with it today, but it's okay. I've used Champaign Pop by Becca. I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto my cheeks and nose, just the tip of the nose and my Cupid's bow, and then I will look like a crazy highlighted person as per usual. So moving on, I'm just going to go ahead and diffuse the highlight into place using a makeup setting spray, using the Urban Decay All Nighter to do this. And now I'm going to finish off my underlies. So I'm using the Inglot gel liner to line my waterline. And then I'm going back in with the shade Blackout, and I'm going to go ahead and just set that liner into place, and then also lining my lower lash line as well. So I'm using the small detailer brush to do this, the same one that I did the outer corners with. And this brush is so precise. I don't know what brand it is, sorry you guys, I've just had it in my makeup collection forever. So now for the blush, I'm using the face palette again. And now, usually I do a smiley face and then apply my brush. Today I'm not doing that. I'm going again in upwards motions because everything needs to go up to give you that defined cheekbones. So moving on to mascara, we're using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which is not going to make any difference at all to my lashes, but okay, we'll apply that anyways. I'm just going to go ahead and give my lashes a coat, and top and bottom, and then I will be going ahead and applying some false lashes as well. So for the lashes today, I've used the Vegas Grand Glamour lashes. These are similar to House of Lashes Iconics, but they're a bit shorter and they are the same shape all around, whereas House of Lashes Iconics stick out a bit more towards the outer corner. So that's the lashes on. I'm moving on to the lips. Now, on the day I wore Jeffree Star's Gemini, but I left that in my friend's bag, so I'm just substituting this with these two colors. I'm using Colourpop's Ultra Metallic Lips Zebra first. Just to give it a highlighted effect underneath, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip called Echo Park and go on top of it, and then you can see it's nice and shiny. And the most important step in all of my looks, I'm going to go ahead and put my nose stud back in because I like to take that out when I do my foundation. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and yes, thank you so much for all the compliments on all the messages you guys sent me on the day on this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the tutorial. I was gonna end it right here, but then I realized the most important step, which I forgot to do before I started posing, is the makeup setting spray. You need to make sure you set your makeup in place, because if you're going to a wedding and it's very, very hot, you need it to last all night long. So this is the Urban Decay All Night Spray, and that's what I used. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.